Hey guys, I'm RozaldVaneGAME, and welcome back to another episode of Lacuna. So last episode we were basically, oh wow, it's been a week now, so I really am forgetting. Damn it, I keep forgetting these, like, what happened in the last episodes. I'm gonna try to do it, like, as a way to remind myself, obviously. So, I mean, for people who are watching far in the future, obviously I will, like, I think that it's not as bad for people because they're just, like, able to just watch up to, up to a certain point. For me, it's just for those who are, like, who are watching it on day one, or for me personally when I'm recording, because for me and personality wise when I'm recording, is that I'm just forgetting because of the fact that, it's because I'm forgetting because of the fact that I am, like, legit, like, trying to remember what had happened in the last episode. Taking a cigarette break here for some dumb reason, I don't know. I think that you have to smoke, like, 10 times or something like that. I still haven't got the achievement of, heavy smoking or something like that, so... We got 11 cigarettes. Right, we need to figure out the last bit. So we probably have enough information for this to submit. That's what I think it was. I think this is left... Yeah, we didn't finish this at all in the last episode. We didn't submit it at all in the last episode, but he did say... The goal did state that we need to submit the sheet, so that's how we're going to figure out who the Liberators are working for, I think. It's email. But yeah, so last episode we talked with... so we got a Drovian, we got a Talonium, that's the big two clues. I'm not sure what A is, but that's Saito's message of... Like, this is Saito finding the message for Albert. So that's definitely Drovia. And then Talonium, don't think there should be a business of any sorts beyond mining. So I think that Talonium. So you only got like 3 options realistically, and there's only one option, which is Drovia. So that kind of gives it away because the other two are Garian style, Garian Talonium companies. The other ones are. And this is the only one that's Drovia and Talonium, so it's mining and Dyson's. So that's essentially what I concluded on, based on the information we got from Saito's email. And this is kind of a dead giveaway already at that point. But yeah, we talked to Zora. Zora told us about what we did, and we did take down... what was the guy's name? The guy who was working for the security company. Logs will tell us. God, this is... a lot of things. More. Yes. Yeah. So yeah, Moore was the guy we had to capture in the last episode, I believe. So we basically ended Act 2, I believe, in the last episode. I might be wrong. But essentially we are closing in on the end of the game, I believe. So we should be finished with it. I finished feeding the iguana. I got the achievement for feeding him all the way through and stuff. And yeah, we're just going to submit the sheet. So let's go and submit the sheet right now. I'm not gonna care. If I get it wrong, I don't care anymore. I mean, I already did what I could, so... Yes.
Abbott Dyson. All the signs pointed towards him and his company. I didn't feel like I had the full picture just yet, but some aspects finally made sense to me. None of the people we had encountered seemed to support what the Liberators claimed to stand for. This wasn't a Garian terror group at all. It was Drovians. Savians, hired guns, and business people, all working for one man's false flag operation. What was he trying to accomplish? Stir up enough trouble to force the solar system into a war?
Maybe.
I had talked to Dyson the morning after Banny's death. He was still in Gara, hiding in plain sight, and I still had his number. I considered my options. We needed to arrest him. But maybe we could have a chat first. Just the two of us. Once the CDI had him, he wouldn't be able to talk freely. I took out my cell and tapped his face in my contacts.
Oh. We're just gonna talk to him anyways first. That's kind of risky. Oh, this guy. Oh, wait, was he the southern guy that I gave him? I think I gave him a southern accent in the last time. Because this was one of the 2 executive people who spoke with Banny before his death, and the other guy was Kim, I believe, and this guy was the country accented guy I gave for the other executive. Hello. I think that's how I give. How does? I'd rather give him the howdy, but whatever. I guess I'll stick to the southern accent. Howdy. Morning. Damn it. Sorry. I'm trying to get the voices back. Morning. Morning, Mr. Dyson. This is Neil Conrad from the CDI. Ah, Agent Conrad. How can I help you? There's something I'd like to talk to you about in person. Could we meet on the train that stops at Louisville in half an hour? I have an important call in 10 minutes. Could we make an appointment for tonight? This can't wait. If you insist, I'll tell my secretary to delay my call. Thanks. See you in a bit. Alright, so we made that call. We're gonna go and meet him in Louisville, I think it's called. Not sure if we've been to Louisville yet, so... Come on? Okay. For some reason, it's just... I always don't like the panning, honestly. I mean, the panning always makes me think like something's gonna happen on the left here. But hopefully not. Got an email. I'll look at that later. Once we land down, because I don't want to. I don't know if it pauses the elevator's trip down, and I don't want to sit in the elevator for too long. So because it just wastes my time if I'm sitting in the elevator for too long. There we go. Let's check the elevator or email. Sorry, elevator. Breakfast. Liam Campbell. That's a familiar name. Good morning, Conrad. I'm taking a walk in the little park near your place this morning. You know the one. Once you leave the elevator, just keeps going straight past the fountain. I'll be sitting down for a coffee near the gazebo. Come around if you want to join me. I'll be here for another hour or two. Who's Liam Campbell? I forget. I guess we'll talk to Liam, I guess. I have no clue, really. Let me refill my cigs. Here we go. I had to refill it because I was like trying to get it done. So he said he was in front of the past the fountain, I think. No news. Incredible. It's past the fountain. Past the fountain. It's not far from here, is it? That is. So up here? No? No, not here. It does say, oh, the chief. Okay, I didn't realize that because the name didn't click with me because he's always said chief this, chief that I'm like, that I just tend to forget that that's the chief's name. No, I do want to talk to Campbell. I want to know what his mind is at right now because it seems like he's been through a lot already, that he probably might have some final words to say to us or something like that. I mean, we might not see the chief ever again, but that's not something I'll know about until then. Okay, let me go downstairs. Maybe that's where it's at. Why is this broken? I wonder why. Dumpling kitchen. This one, right? It's usually this place, isn't it? I mean, this is the only cafe area that exists. Wait, where did... I mean, I did go past the fountain. He did tell me the fountain. I was there. I don't get it. Did I miss it? Okay, I need to turn on the highlight, I guess. I need to turn on the highlight. I realized I didn't turn on the highlight to know if there might be something that I might be missing from the scenery. It might tell me that he's there and I'm just like not seeing it because reasons. So he said he was past the fountain. Oh, I see. There was an extra section there. I didn't realize. Okay. That was really confusing me. That is so weird that they have a hidden area here that we just never been to before. Because we've never went past that area there. Morning, Chief. Morning, Conrad. Oh, wait, that's not how it works. What was it? Morning, Conrad. It's Campbell now. There we go. Right. You wanted to talk to me? I need you to give me your word that you won't tell anyone about our meeting today. Okay. You have my word. You're an excellent investigator, Conrad. You found out that the sniper shot at Banning from the Sakura Hotel. You have a very sharp mind. You identified the bartender at the hotel as the one who helped Diaz escape. You found the sniper's boat in the harbor. That helped us track him down and retrace his escape. Okay. You figured out what Banny's murderer looked like. Thanks to that, we were able to catch him and his associate on Joris Plaza. And you determined who started the Liberators video at that spot. That's why we could go after Moore and Cox so quickly. Do you know what makes you so good at your job? You question about just about anything. In all my years at the CDI, I've never met a bigger skeptic than you. Okay, I don't know if that I don't know if that's a compliment or an insult. I mean, skeptics are technically... I am a skeptic myself, in a funny way. But also, I feel like sometimes when people point it out, it's kind of a little like a double-edged sword. Because sometimes if you're too skeptical, it becomes that you're always not trustworthy of everything in life. But sometimes it's really good because you have a forward-thinking mindset, I think. But at the same time, it can also build your character as doubtful for a lot of things, and it delays your decisions, and that is also a double-edged sword for skeptics, I think. But anyways, but that can only also make your life harder if you want to climb the ranks at the CDI. However, if that doesn't concern you, you might want to have a closer look at the Section 2 incident. I don't know exactly what it is they're trying to hide, but the data they're so desperately protecting that has something to do with it. Who is hiding something? The AG offshore. Maybe just her. I think something happened back then when she was a director of the CDI. She's been acting strange. The sudden decision to arrest Cox when she heard the name was the last straw. I have to go now. This will be the first evening without work I had in a while. Thank you for meeting me. I see. So he's giving us a hint that potentially the AG's running on some sort of like cover-up of sorts, maybe through arresting Cox, maybe. If it is the Section 2 incident, then it has something to do with the characters from the beginning of the game, isn't it? Because it's been so long since I've even seen the characters. I don't even know why we even had to start off with... I think the lady was Mika or something, and then the other guy was... not Neo, some other character name. Okay, right, forgot. They don't really tell you that. The only way to know about the information was through... jeez, there we go. I wanted to go back up the list. It was through the news, I believe. The news was the only one that talked about it. Sector 2. Not Section 2, Sector 2. Maybe they have some relations with this one, Mira and Noah. Yeah. Like, maybe these two characters had something to do with the problem. And maybe Mira is the AG, maybe? Like, she just changed her name entirely just because she wants to avoid the incident, maybe? But I doubt it.
My heart was pounding. Would Dyson really come, or did I spook him? Did he suspect I was onto him? It would be a while until I found out, so I sat down and took a deep breath. At least I had a little time to think about what to say to him if he showed up.
If he showed up. Alrighty. Let's get on the train, I guess. I also realized that I don't know why the monologues are not tracked as chats. Yeah, it's not tracked as a thing, because I feel like it would have been more. It would have been interesting to have the monologues be like something you can revisit or re-listen to. Mr. Dyson. Good evening, Agent Conrad. This is an interesting setting for a chat. Let's get straight to the point. I have sufficient proof that you are part of, or even all of the Liberators. Huh. That's a big accusation to throw around. What proof would that be? I know you've hired mercenaries to kill Banny to steal some data from the chief's cell. You were instructed to Cox to broadcast the Liberators' message to bomb the Carrion Church. If there is anything else going on that endangers people's lives, you need to tell me right now. If you are so sure of all that, why didn't the CDI just arrest me? I want to know why you did it. You're a Saviant from Drovia. What's more, your company suffers financially from operating inside an unfree colony. You have all the reasons to support Drovian independence. I do support Drovian independence, but not for economic reasons. Don't you think that the status quo is unacceptable in a modern society? Gara forces us to hand over all the fruits of our labor like we live in our feudal times, only to resell it at an incredible profit. Your planet exploits and enslaves my people for its own financial gain. If that's how you see it, why did you create an anti-Saviant, anti-emancipation terrorist group? All Drovia needs to finally explode is a spark. I provided just like that. Did you read the news today? Drovian resistance against its oppressors have never been stronger. So you admit it. You did it to lend momentum and legitimacy to a Saviant revolution. To punish public opinion on Drovia to a point where a secession war seems inevitable. But they were already negotiating. Why didn't you just support Banny on the summit? Joseph was in no position to change things. The whole summit was a big dog and pony show. History teaches us that you can't obtain independence the peaceful way. If you want it, you take it. And a war is worth it for you, especially considering that Drovia is unlikely to win it. If a war is what it takes, we have to try. Besides, New Joran will take our side, if any. You know I'm really not buying your man of the people spiel. This is all about your company's bottom line. Think of me any way you want. It doesn't matter. The way I see it, I'm using my influence and money to fight for the right cause. Don't you think thousands of innocent lives are prohibitively high price to pay? It's interesting you'd bring that up, being a CDI agent yourself. What are you talking about? The data I've been wanting to get my hands on. Did you have a look at it? No. It contains classified information about the Sector 2 incident, which also cost thousands of innocent lives. But, just as importantly, Saviants lost the right to self-governed colony on Drovia. Gar cited a charter that it had made up itself and launched an independent investigation, which identified major construction and security flaws as causes of the disaster. I'm familiar with the incident. What are you trying to get at? Those backward Saviants don't believe in real science, so they don't know how to build a safe colony. Sounds convincing, doesn't it? What if I told you that the colony was sabotaged by Gara? Don't be ridiculous. The operation was launched out of fear and greed. A Saviant colony on the biggest telenium source in the system. Free to trade with New Joran. Losing the telenium race could have meant losing supremacy over the solar system at the time. They couldn't allow that to happen. Who are you talking about? A number of politicians and other elites, and of course the CDI as their executive force. Your Attorney General, Emilia Thorne, she was a director of the CDI at the time. So, before you judge me, look at the people you work for, and what they did. I know so many people who died or lost someone in that incident. So many more lost their livelihoods. No, this is too big. So many people would have stayed quiet for it just to stay a secret for so long. Well, it will come out, and not that many people know. Who knows at the CDI? Does Gary know? The chief? The director? Everybody involved is retired by now except Miss Thorne. But some people must know. There are records of it. They will see the light of day soon enough. I know that the mercenaries you hired are working on getting them back. They abducted my daughter and blackmailed me into helping them. I'm sorry to hear that. They did not act on my behalf when they took your daughter. Listen, Mr. Dyson. Oh. This is a tough choice, but I have to arrest him, though, because of the other stuff. That's all I needed to hear. Please put your hands out so I can cuff you. It doesn't make much of a difference to me if you arrest me. I might have to do the same time. I might have to do some time, but I have the best lawyers in the system. What I care about is that the data becomes public. Get it? And the mercenaries will be paid. Once they send it over, it will get leaked even if I am in prison. I have people making sure of that. It doesn't matter what you care about. I want my daughter back. Pay them. Now. Wait. I made the decision to cuff him, not to force him to pay it. What happened? What happened, writers? You don't just switch bait me like that, man. I would consider it, but I missed the window. The transaction expired. What? I see. You're getting off of the train with me at the next stop. I can't let you get away with this. But until we arrive, I have some final questions. Tell me. Abductors. What is Cox's role in all of this? I do want to get all the questions in, but we'll talk about the abduction, I guess, since that's the important thing for our character. What do you know about the people who took my daughter? Not much, to be honest. You probably figured out most of it already. They're a secret group of mercenaries. And they run big operations in the whole solar system. If you want a high-profile job done, you go to them. Where's their HQ and where are they keeping my daughter? I don't know. They're very secretive. They only meet you in the public places or they come to you. I see. Tell me. Why does Cox help you? I imagine, or why does Cox want to help you? There we go. I feel like it makes sense that adding the want to help, because he does want to help. I imagine bombing up churches isn't something you can just pay any security company to do. Albert's parents were old friends of mine. The company was in charge of security at Sector 2. They went bankrupt after those explosions. Some people put the blame for the incident on them. They're getting death threats on to this day. I supported them and their son financially. As you can imagine, Cox has every reason to want revenge for what Gara did to his family. Why work with the mercenaries when you already have Cox's guys to do your dirty work? Parts of the plan were out of his wheelhouse. I see. That's all for now. We'll get out of the next stop. I'll inform my colleagues that we are coming. Alright. We're still on good timing a little bit. Honestly, I wouldn't want to shoot him anyways, but... Hey, come... Oh, wait, this is Holloway. Hey, Conrad, are you sure about this? I am. Alright then. Good job. I got this. Gary wanted to talk to you. He's inside. You're waiting here with us, Mr. Dyson. Oh. A little justice served. Achievement unlocked. It says that you capture the mercenaries or something like that. Gary's waiting for you. Okay. Yeah, Holloway has a more normal voice for me, so I just chose to keep it that way. So something about... Oh, maybe Gary's going to tell me that he knows who hacked the systems or something, I bet. Oh, no, I hope it's not. I hope he's not going to try to confront me to say that I'm the one who triggered the thing and stuff, and I'm going to get arrested or whatever. Oh, man, that would suck tremendously. Dude, I'm so annoyed. I hope I don't get that. I guess Gary's in the office right now, so we'll have to go up there, I guess. Unless he's in the chief's office, that would be incredibly weird to me. Nope, there's Gary. Nobody wants to talk to me? Oh, that's scary. Saito and Saito and I forgot the lady's name already. She shows up every now and then, but then she doesn't have a prominent name or a name that's like memorable for me, unfortunately. There's nothing here, so we're good to just we're just gonna talk to Gary then. I don't want to waste time, but it's like I want to make sure that I see everything or interact with everything that I can before whatever it is, I guess. I'm worried because Gary might say something and I'm just gonna be like caught with something, I bet. Hey. Oh. Crap, Conrad. You really found the mastermind behind the Liberators. Finally, some good news. I just hope that this whole crap show is over now. Why did Dyson do it? It's kind of a long story. He was trying to escalate the situation between our planets. I see. Let's talk about it in detail later. Preventing last night's attack was a great victory as well. You did a good job. Thanks. That's a good start to my time as chief, isn't it? Well, acting chief. But yeah. I have a meeting with the press in a few minutes. We brought Moore in for questioning. He's waiting in the basement. You should go talk to him, see if he knows something we don't. Roger that. I forgot what I gave Moore in terms of his language. I might give him a more like a more huskier voice, maybe. I'm not sure. Hello. This is Evelyn Moore. I heard about James. I'm glad that he's alive. The fact that we caught him in time will certainly improve his chances in court. Yeah, it's not going to be easy, but it could have been so much worse. Thank you. Honestly, I don't like this. Oh, let's read. Let me finish this reading. I wish you good luck with your case. Okay, I don't really like that cause and effect kind of thing being so weirdly placed. That's like not the first time they did this. They did this several times. Bartender was one. The second time was the fisherman from the docks, the old man, Ed, I think his name was. And this is the third time, I think. Or maybe the fourth time, rather, because the brother of the Lotus employee, I forgot the girl's name, the Lotus agency girl that we try to help evade working for the agency. Like, there's a few times where I just feel like these resolves feel weirdly misplaced. I mean, I understand the bartender's case, and I kind of understand Ed's case, which is the boatsman or the old man with a boat. I just don't get why some people have to just say, oh, thank you. Like, it feels like you're being encouraged, but it's better off to forget it because you're not going to ever see them again, maybe. Because we're closing in on the end of the game, as I said. And I'm really starting to be a little bit annoyed with how they're trying to give us resolve. Like, make us feel satisfied that we did something good. But those doing something good shouldn't be the case because this guy is a CDI. And I think CDIs don't get a thankful job. Never. Never, ever. If anything, it would have been better to see them at the end of the game, you know, where they do like a news report where each character that you helped or gave some sort of benefit would just come up to the news report and saying, like, oh, we, like, this guy helped us, blah, 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 and then, like, oh, this guy was a great man for helping me, like, deal with the situation, etc., etc., etc. But I don't know. I really don't know. We're closing in on the end of the episode. I don't know if I want to stop it short because I feel like this dialogue might run a little bit long. So I might end it a little bit shortly today. A little bit short to the episode. But I guess if I keep talking, it could probably drag on. But I don't want to drag too long, I guess. I just want to drag enough time to finish what I want to say point-wise. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Next episode, let's go and interrogate James Moore. We are very close to the end. I think we still need to hack the server. We need to find someone who can help us hack into the server and get the data about the whole Sector 2 incident. I'm surprised that the whole incident of Sector 2 is now becoming a big problem, and it's much closer to the end of the game, which is kind of a little bit of a disappointment that it didn't start kind of hinting about it like throughout the game. Like, I don't know. It was a lot of like, oh, it's a mystery. Oh, these characters have almost no associations beyond this one race, this type of race that's from this particular planet. It just feels very, very cornered off. Like Sector 2's incident was very cornered off to a point where I almost nearly forgot about it. Well, that's because I literally took weeks to play through this whole game. But seriously though, that's a bad choice to try to put the story all the way at the end and not try to constantly remind us. Like, honestly, I think that's there's more to say about it, but I'm thinking I want to hold that off until I finish the game, and then I'll talk more about it, because it's related to a lot of the story pieces in this game that I unfortunately have feelings about, for how I think about the game a little bit. But I'll reserve it for the ending to talk about it, because I think there's a lot to say for this game. I think that it irks me, but it's not like the worst irking. It's just like it still bothers me to some point that it does this kind of thing a few times, or in some places. But otherwise, let's just call it for today. And thank you guys for watching. See you guys in another video or another episode or another video of mine. And hope you guys have a great, amazing day. So, Roz out.